about what went on at the motel?
What happened at the motel?
You don't know, I tell you. I was working security by Wisconsin, and on Tuesday night, we heard gunfire coming from the area near the Algiers.
You don't talk about this to anyone ever.
As I was talking with people who were talking about their experience, I was getting the same one piece of information that really fascinated me, which was Catherine did not want you to prepare how you would feel and react. She wanted you to go through it to the extent humanly possible when you're professional actors. Talk about that, if you will.
To me, it was interesting because what I noticed in a pattern of a lot of the actors, we were getting our scenes the night before.
Yeah.
Which typically, you know, for an actor, you want at least a 24, 48-hour period to kind of get that stuff down. But it was very purposeful in the sense of she just wanted you to know the words. Just know the words, and even in that, that was kind of loose a lot of the times.
Loose.
Of like,
would have to be.
Get it, the general area.
Yeah.
And then in that moment, you just have to live it, and that's what great directors do. She made an atmosphere for us to not act, but to be. That's what makes it what it is.
One camera, multiple cameras? How did you capture
that? Four or five at any given time.
Because you wanted to be on everybody doing whatever they wanted and then be able to put it together.
I even saw drone shots.
Yeah.
I had no idea there was a drone flying over when.
I was wondering about that. If
really
you knew
well.
where the cameras were, did you?
I personally
no
never
idea.
knew. Yeah.
That helps,
I had no
doesn't it?
clue.
Just
And-
forget it. I
Oh,
can't.
100%. Yeah, 100%. I was going to say, to build on what you were saying earlier as well, like, we would have the scene, and, that you've got that running idea as an actor of, where you've come from when you get to the scene and where you're going when you move on from the scene. But Catherine was really great in exploring that on camera. Like, she would go with you and catch what you were doing before the scene, then get to the scene, and then see what happened after the scene that we were shooting. It was
But the in the moment scenes were all shot at the early part, right, to kind of get them in the can. Is that wrong?
So it was kind of, I was in and out a lot, and I know you were saying that you were in and out quite a bit, and that's just how she does it, and it works. I don't know if any other director can do that and it would work, but she does, and it's the atmosphere. It's kind of what she creates. So in that moment, it just kind of matches to everything else still.
Yeah. One thing that would maybe caught me off guard the first or second take, and then I realized, okay, this is how it's going to be. Is I didn't yell cut. Like, I would go through my 2 pages of dialogue, and the scene is still going.
Yeah.
And I realized I gotta still go. And it allowed so much freedom for the scene to evolve into something else that wasn't scripted. So the beginning scene where Congressman Conyers is trying to quell the audience is really only about a page long. But by the time we finished for the day, it was about 3 pages worth of dialogue that was improv and building on what Mark Bowl wrote, but turning it into, more. And allowing the background actors to give more feedback that wasn't scripted. That was all.
I think people underestimate the power of background actors.
100%.
Yeah.
They can set the mood, and
they're phenomenal in this.
They can also kill a movie.
They can kill a movie. That's
They can
right.
totally. And then we were shooting so many of these rebellions, and like you said, just letting the take run, and we would have. I remember several times of like, no, we're out. The battery's dead. We went through batteries like crazy because we were just shooting the longest takes.
Yep.
And that's what it was, of allowing it just to build. And there were times in the scene where you felt like this is going to get out of control.
100%.
But that's what you had to teeter on that line. You had to like really stay right there.
Montgomery Clift once said, when you're acting in a very emotional scene, your mind knows you're acting, but your body reacts as if it's real.
I did.
Yeah, I did for sure.
I did.
Yeah.
Because the fact that they didn't yell cut, the background actors were getting more and more violent as the scene moved on, and at a certain point you wonder, how am I going? What do I do next?
Yeah.
And I think that's the feeling that organically happens in situations like this that get out of hand.
Yeah.
When we shot the run scene, I remember there were like handoffs of guns, and everything was happening so quickly that, in some sense, when you heard, because we were doing full loads at that point.
We were.
We were using full loads, not in no ear protection, no anything, and you knew what was going to happen in this scene, but your body was reacting to it in real time because there was a real fear there. There was something about it that always felt it was like a safe chaos in that way. Of, like, it felt safe, but it also felt like something could go
mind
wrong.
knew it was safe.
Something could
but it
definitely go
didn't
wrong
feel
quickly.
like it was safe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Thank heavens I never have to experience that. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.